Imagine a room, a concrete box, less than 6 square meters. Inside is the most wanted man on the planet, a man whose empire is worth billions. He is watched 24/7 by cameras. He is held in Altiplano, a prison so secure it's called the Tomb. This man is not supposed to go anywhere for the next 20 years, or that's what they thought. He doesn't climb a fence or start a riot. He simply walks into a shower, bends down, and disappears. Our story begins in the mountains of Sinaloa, Mexico. In a village called La Tuna, Joaquín Guzmán Loera was born in 1957. Here, opportunities were scarce, but poppies and marijuana grew in abundance. He dropped out of elementary school to work in the fields, learning the family trade. But Guzmán wasn't content being a farmer. He was ambitious and utterly ruthless. He entered the Guadalajara Cartel, earning a reputation as a problem solver. If a shipment was late, the person responsible would disappear. When the head of the cartel was arrested in the late 80s, the organization splintered. In the chaos, Guzmán saw his chance. He, along with others, formed the Sinaloa Cartel. While others used planes and boats, El Chapo innovated. He built sophisticated, air-conditioned tunnels under the U.S. border, moving tons of drugs with unparalleled efficiency. He was building an underground empire. By 1993, El Chapo was a powerful, but not yet famous. That changed at the Guadalajara airport. A public gunfight erupted between a rival cartel targeting El Chapo, and in the crossfire there was the Cardinal Juan Jesus Posadas, on his way to meet the ambassador of the Vatican, and he was killed by 14 bullets. Suddenly, Chapo was Mexico's most wanted man. The government, under immense public pressure, hunted him down. Just a few weeks later, he was captured in Guatemala and thrown into the Puente Grande maximum security prison. For anyone else, this was the end. But for Chapo, it was a minor setback. He ran his empire from his cell, bribing guards and passing orders through his lawyers. Then, in 2001, facing extradition to the US, he decided it was time to leave. The official version of his first prison escape is spectacular. He supposedly bribes a guard who helps him climb into a laundry cart. The guard then pushes the cart out through an unguarded gate to the parking lot. El Chapo jumps out and climbs into the trunk of a car. After a quick search, the car is out. Nobody checks the trunk, but again, that's just the official story. Several authors and journalists don't buy it. One argues that the prison's checkpoints were equipped with heat and motion sensors, detecting any living creature. That means the alarms would have gone off. Instead, the journalist suggests that El Chapo may have left the prison dressed in a police uniform, escorted by other corrupt officers. One way or another, systemic corruption likely played a great role for his escape. For 13 years, he was a ghost, becoming the most powerful drug lord on the planet and a billionaire. In 2014, after a massive manhunt, Mexican Marines finally captured him in the coastal city of Mazatlan. This time, they sent him to a place no one had ever escaped from, the Altiplano Federal Prison. Altiplano was a fortress. Its walls were a meter thick, its airspace was restricted, and communications were jammed. But they underestimated one thing. El Chapo was a tunnel expert. His team immediately bought a small, half-built house nearly a mile away from the prison. The plan was audacious. Dig a tunnel straight to Chapo's cell. To get the exact coordinates, they reportedly smuggled a GPS device into the prison. For over a year, a team of engineers and miners worked in secret. The result was an engineering marvel. The tunnel was 1.5 kilometers long, tall enough to stand in, and featured a ventilation system, lighting, and a motorcycle adapted to run on rails to serve as a high-speed escape vehicle. On July 11, 2015, the work was done. CCTV footage from inside Altiplano shows El Chapo pacing in his cell. He walks to the shower area, which is out of the camera's direct view, and bends down. Then, he's gone. He had slipped through a perfectly cut 20 by 20-inch hole in the shower floor, climbed down a 30-foot ladder, and was now speeding down his private subway to freedom. It took the guards nearly 30 minutes to finally check his cell. By then, he had vanished. El Chapo was free again, a living legend who had defeated Mexico's most secure prison. But his own ego would be his undoing. While on the run, he tried to arrange a Hollywood movie about his life, even meeting with actor Sean Penn. This communication helped authorities track him down. In January 2016, he was captured for the final time. This time, there would be no more escapes. He was extradited to the United States, where the reach of his corruption couldn't save him. Today, he resides in the ADX Florence Supermax prison in Colorado, locked away for life in a cage from which no tunnel can be dug. The escape artist had finally run out of tricks.